That's a different concept though. Because our understanding is different.
Okay, Daf Tzadik Aleph. We're holding 7 lines down Toshma. We are trying to figure out, Rabbi Yehuda holds that Gid Nosha only applies to one thigh, and he says it makes sense that it's the right thigh. Does it make sense because he derived it from the Torah, or it made sense on his own personal logic? Toshma, Ocham mizeh kezayis umizeh kezayis. He ate a kezayis from the right side and a kezayis from the left. Lemaisa, you're the fill-in. Either you give the daf or you make the call. What are you the fill-in? Ochal mizeh kezayis umizeh kezayis. He ate a kezayis from the right thigh and a kezayis from the left thigh. Says Rashi, it's obvious that there's 2 hasros over here. From the wording, the Gemara, it's mashma. There's 2 hasros.
Which Rashi? On this one?
On this, achal mizeh kezayis umizeh kezayis that Rashi did by Maskell. Where was it? Mizeh kezayis umizeh kezayis, and it says, and because he doesn't say ochal shnei zeisim mishneim, I don't understand Rashi so well, because at the end of the day we're trying to say that there was fine. It was 2 hasros, but Rashi says you see from here there's 2 hasros. And he gets, according to the Tanakama, soifig shmoinim. What?
Each side is a separate isser.
No. But each kezayis is a new isser. If there's a hasra in between it. Since there's a hasra, there's a warning in between. Rabbi Yehuda Omer eno soifig elo arbaim. Now Rabbi Yehuda, who holds that there's only one side that you're chayiv on. So if you eat the gid nosha from the left side, you're not chayiv at all. So you get only 40. Now, if it was obvious to him at the end that the Torah said that it's the right, it's the right side shapir, it makes sense. But if at the end of the day he never resolved his question, he should get nothing, because we don't know what to warn him. The Edom can't say don't eat the left side because maybe it's the right side.
Don't eat both sides.
Because he's eating one after another. If he ate them together, you're right. If he ate them simultaneously, he put the right and the left into his mouth at the same time, and they told him, don't eat from that batch, then it'd be over. But what happened was asra on the right, it wasn't a good asra. Give him another asra on the left, and he ate the left. Maybe it's on the right. So he shouldn't get anything. So don't find the Rabbi Yehuda holds that a warning that's not considered. The person, the kid, that guy was born away 3 months between marriages. So now we don't know who the father is, and he smack. He makes them bleed. He curses both of them, one after another. To Rabbi Yehuda, he kills shnei vasachas, or she kills. Rabbi Yehuda says this guy is completely potter. Why hasra suffix? On each man, you don't know for certain that that's his father, so you can't give him asra. Either a suffix, loish masra. Yeah, you have to. It has to be a real gezunta one.
What if each
Yeah.
I know that A is your father, and nobody else knows B is your father. In the mind of the one
Not one.
If he ate both kezayis, left and right,
Yeah.
at the same time,
That's what 100%. If there was a Tano, the Rabbi Yehuda, the Omar. So he asked him, he must hold Yehuda. So if you remember, if this sounds familiar, it's because we just learned the Surah Sofik Shah. How do we know there's a Rabbi Yehuda that says, there's a Tana that says in Rabbi Yehuda? Now we just said a Tana in Rabbi Yehuda that says Loish Masra, that he wouldn't get punished for over. How does this work? And Menachem something. We'll see in a second. Oh, hakosav litin asay acher lois asay loimash ein loikin olav. The Rabbi Yehuda says, if Adam say, make sure you don't leave over over anything until the morning, and he left it. Meaning that if it was a lois hasei, according to Rabbi Yehuda, you would get malchus. But the problem is that it's considered asura sofik because at any given time you could eat, and then the asura goes away. And you said fine. Akopanim, we see from here that
we said then that the difference is that over here it's mutter. When you're doing the asra, okay, supposed to the nisr, when you mess with someone to do the nisr,
right.
at the moment, you're right, you don't have to do it in a second, but now he's also to do it. Maybe that's the difference.
Right now it's also for him to do it, right now it's not also for him to leave it over at the morning. This is not important to us, but he says it anyways, and he says, there's no way to be mechayiv somebody malchus on leaving something over Pesach. Action. It was a yeshev al teis. He didn't eat it, so you don't give him malchus in that. But the pura, it's still considered asura. Toshma. Now the bottom line is here comes the real proof whether Rabbi Yehuda meant to say that person ate 2 gidim from 2 separate thighs from 2 separate animals. He gets 80. Of course he gets 80. Even if he ate the right and the left, he gets 80. Separate animals, and there's 2 hasras, you get 80. You won't explain why. But what's the Gemara's proof? The Brisa gives us a case that even Rabbi Yehuda admits, comes according to Rabbi Yehuda, who says it's on the right side, and that's why he gave us 2 animals. You could be reichos. The Rishonim as it's in the story. Now the Gemara just says, why not ibshitale? It is pashat. But we just need one set of malchus, v'suloi, luki shmoinim. There was 2 asrois, so he deserves. Says the Gemara, and this we also learned 10 days ago. Could go into less bake. I think it was 10 days ago. I don't know. Somebody can look it up. Over here, Rashi, it seems like from Rashi, a different pshat that we said last time, but the point is that one of the yerechos is a kazayis, the other yerech is not a kazayis. Because it's bria. But on gid, you get malchus, even though it's not a kazayis, and Rabbi Yehuda says you need a full kazayis. So over here, Rashi, see them together are kazayis, but the point is the same. The point is, you get malchus on a bria, or you get malchus on a kazayis, and Rabbi Yehuda says you get malchus on kazayis. That's why you only get 1 malchus.
Yes, but if the gid was, let's say, smaller than a kazayis,
yeah,
it would be the complete.
It's a complete bria, not a creation of a gid. According to Tanakama, you get malchus. According to Rabbi Yehuda, that's not enough. That creation concept thing, you pull it all out of the animal, and it's less than kazayis. You get it. Yeah, that's exactly why they say shmoinim, and Rabbi Yehuda says arbaim.
Gid is spread throughout the whole leg.
The whole thighs, but it's a small little. And that's what this is what we're makbana to eat, and the teimanim consider.
This is a machlekes.
What's considered chitza? No, you don't know. You don't know on the sciatic nerve that goes down and has all shoots. That's what is the on? Also for them to eat. It wasn't just the chumrah, but it was an isur that you see from the word v'hachin, says Taisus.
I thought all these dinim from Sefer Bereshis were minhagim until Har Sinai. And all the dinim became like,
but Gidanosh was asur. That's what the Gemara is saying. From isur.
Because it was Shem Mrs. B'nai.
Gidanosh was asur to B'nai Noach. Yeah. It's not pasha. It's machlokes whether or not it's asur or not. He holds like the Mandomer, like we had yesterday. Rabbi Yehuda. Right. Because the Isra was before. That's the Torah. That's after Matan Torah. the Torah was given at a later date. So Alkin Lo Yochlu B'nei Yisrael.
Why would the Torah say, I can look at Bnei Yisrael if it's also for everyone?
Because the Torah doesn't tell us halachas about everybody else.
No, it wasn't for all Bnei Nachas. Even where it says, Akim Le'ochel Bnei Yisrael is Gidan HaChesed. The Jews, until Kabbalah Torah, was also the Bnei Noach, that they're Bnei Noach. No?
No, we're talking about Nachrim here. Because he was a Nachri. Yosef was a Nachri. They thought...
Even that they should be able to eat.
Yeah, but the Shvatim, we're talking about how the Shvatim viewed this guy. And why is the guy being makbid on Gidan Hashem? Because they had an Isser also. The Shvatim would think he's weird. Why is he taking out the Gidan Hashem? What's going on here? He must be a Jew. He must be our brother. They'll uncover it. But it wasn't such a problem. That's what it seems. I'm not making this up. This is what the Rishonim say. They stick in the word Nachrim. V'omar. Okay. Vayivosar Yaakov Levadoi. These are all the stories that we learned in kindergarten that everybody knows very well, and this is the source. Chullin Daf Tzadik Aleph. Vayivosar Yaakov Levadoi Omar Rebbe Lozer Shenishtayer Al Pachim Ktanim. Rashi points out that it seems like from the pasuk that he already took his mikna over Nachal Yaboik. Everything was already on the other side. So why did he stay? Because he had Pachim Ktanim. He had small jars that he was makpid on. Mikan tzadikim shechovev aleim amoinam yoisim regufam. Their money is worth more than their own body. It needs an explanation. The Vilna Gaon says that it means that they are, and I like this pshat because it gives some light to the whole thing. He asks the question in Shema, we say every day. Even if they take away your soul, you have to love Hashem. And then it says, if you have to give up your life, so of course you have to give up money. So it should first say money and then life. So the Vilna Gaon says no, because it's not referring literally to life. It means exerting yourself for Hashem versus using money. So over here also you can use that pshat that a tzaddik would rather do something with his own body, get it done by himself, instead of just spending money and doing it. For Avodas Hashem, for others. Why spend money? Let somebody else do it for you. You do it yourself. That's
yourself.
Exactly. You do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, every time I learn this sugya,
He says why. He's
he's using the Gaon to explain this.
right? So this concept of the money came hard for him, so you rather use his body than his money. But it's not
that ruins it. That ruins it.
That's what I'm saying.
all right. Maybe I didn't understand the gun completely. Yeah. Right. But what's more? What comes first? Even I feel not. Oh, you're saying like that? Okay, I hear. I don't know. Okay, so Ayin Sham. You're right. All these kashas. By the way, I had an employee.
Redo on the Gaon.
Yeah, redo. We had a kash on the gun yesterday. I have a kash today. I had an employee. This is a true story. He's a guy that also you can't write this.
What is it?
Maybe you could. It worked for me like literally for 15 years. This guy, Tim. Hi, Tim. He told me. He said I had a major surgery. Needed surgery on his. He was gonna die. Something. He says this doctor. He cursed him out. He says, you know how much money he wants from me because he didn't have good insurance. He says I'm not paying him. I said, yeah, Tim, you're gonna die. He goes, I'd rather die than give this guy my money. And that was a new Havana in the sugya. Chavivim amayim yoyser regufam.
What happened to him?
But I think the Gaon
Nah. Yeah.
they say that's right Vanashim. It's not just a media.
They'd rather die than give up their money.
Yeah.
When you're dead, you don't have money? It's a kasha. Okay.
But risking your life for money.
No, and I really had it out with him. I was like, are you serious about this? He goes, absolutely. I'm not going to give this guy all this money. For what? I said, but it's your life. I don't care. I'm not going to give him. Okay.
Fired, we're going to find somebody else.
No.
There's no one to fire.
No big issue, man.
All right. Vayovek ish imo ada loisa shachar omer rizal mikan kamed chochem shel eitzi chide belayva. Seems like the reason why he's harmed is because he went by himself at night. Rabbi and the psukim that we can learn this concept that a Talmid Chacham should not go at night. Hinei uzoyer, it says by Boaz, Naomi tells Rus, go out, you'll find him over there by the wheat. How did she know? Maybe he's going to go home. Says the Gemara.
Chacham, meaning a person himself,
Yeah, it seems like Talmud
go out
Chacham.
by himself.
That's what it says here. Rashi sticks in what?
Such kids can't be a nana.
Tosfos says,
The what?
Dafka Laka Talmid Chacham Mishum the Mazikin Miskanim Bahem.
Scanibam. Okay, very good. Like we're going to see soon by Yaakov Avinu. And Rashi sticks in an interesting thing here. He says Shegnayu l'Talmid Chacham latzis b'layla. He doesn't talk about the hezek. So the Mashal points it out and he says that Boaz had people working for him. So why didn't he just go home at night with his guys and then he wouldn't have hezek? So that's why Rashi sticks in that there's another problem for Talmid Chacham. That people shouldn't say he's doing bad stuff at night. So even if he goes with people, they'll still say it. Shugnayu, so he stayed over there, and she knew that he's going to be makbid on his name and on his covenant, and he's going to stay there. But there's also the problem of hezek, and that's why the Gemara brings it.
Isn't it amazing that she's saying that if a Talmud Chacham goes out at night, the Olim will be choshev that
Right.
Talmud Chacham is doing something naughty.
Yeah, that's how it is. It only takes 1 minute.
Klal Yisrael warned their wives not to be together with Moshe Rabbeinu. You know? They need a bigger than that.
How about Yochanan Kohen Gadol? So why did Avram Avinu get up early in the morning? You should have gone in the middle of the night. You don't go at night. Rashi sticks in, even though he went with other people. Certainly not by yourself. Lech no re'ei eshlei machecha. Yaakov Avinu tells Yosef, go out and see. See, you can only see during the day. So you see that Talmid Chacham should only go during the day. Rabbi Me'ocha ve'izrach loy hashemesh. The sun came up for him, for Yaakov Avinu. Incredible. Omer Akiva Shalti Rabbi Gamliel v'es Rabbi Yeshua be'itl shalimuam shalchu ligach be'evim l'mishnei v'nei Rabbi Gamliel. I'm not sure what this whole arichas is. Ksiv ve'izrach loy hashemesh. V'chi shemesh.
Maybe they went at night to get the animals. He asked them.
V'chi shemesh loy levad zorcha. Did the sun come up only for Yaakov Avinu? V'alei lekol ha'olam zorcha. What's this word loy? Omer Yitzchak shemesh haba ba'avuroi. The same sun that went down early by Shkia. D'chsiv vayetzi Yaakov me'Beersheva ve'elacharona. What's the story over there? Yaakov Avinu went from Beersheva, he got to Charan. Uchsiv vayivga b'makom, and all of a sudden he decided to be in Beisel, which is earlier on the map. It comes before Charan. So what happened? He got to Charan, then he went back to Beisel. Kimbatel Charan Omar efsha avarti al makom shespala avoisav ani lo ispalalti. It's a shame. I just went by the Makom HaMikdash, Har Abayis, and I didn't daven there, where my forefathers daven. When he decided to go back, he had Kvitz Saderech. What does Kvitz Saderech mean? So in kindergarten we learned Kvitz Saderech. He was on a certain mat that flew really fast, and he got there. Rashi says that the earth shrunk to him. The earth became smaller. Kofatz, not he jumped, Miloshin Kvitza, but rather the earth kavets. It's a lashon of shrinking.
Yeah.
Miyad vayivga b'makom. So he got to Beisel early. Katzali boilam hedar. We're still in the story. Why did the sun have to go down early? Katzali boilam hedar. So when he was after he davened, he wanted to go back to Charan. Omakadosh Baruch Hu tzadik zeh bo lebeis meloini. This tzadik comes to my place. I need him to sleep here. Miyad bo hashemesh. So he put the sun down. This is also a raya l'chayr that a tzadik doesn't walk in the dark, although he himself was over on it with the malach over there. But over here, the Shemesh went down.
He was going to go back.
He wanted to go down.
When it was already nighttime, probably. He was going to go back. Hashem said, no, you made him stay.
So then why did Hashem? Then Hashem didn't have to put the sun down.
He was about to turn out. He was going to leave.
Okay.
He was about to die.
Ksiv Vayigach, the famous story. Vayigach ma'avnei hamokoim. It says Loshen Rabim Avonim, and then a few psukim later it says Vayikach eso even. He took the single stone. Omer Rabbi Yitzchak melamed sheniskatzu koloisim avonim l'mokoim echad. All the 12 stones that Yaakov Avinu put around his head, they all went to one place. Why did the stones scare so much? The Mesilas Yesharim says that a tzaddik, he brings up, he's meroimim, even things like stones, so each stone wanted to reach a higher madrega. The Ramban says that these stones came, says the Ramban, from the Mizbeach of the Akedah. The 12 stones came from the Akedah, because that was the Makom over there. And they resemble the Shvatim, and this you're going to like, and this is Achdus of Klal Yisrael, that the 12 became one, is a simon of Achdus of Klal Yisrael alavai. Tana. Yeah. Kol achas v'achas oimeres olai yiniach tzadik zer roishoi. Tana v'kulam nivlu b'achas. V'yachal lo'im v'yini sulam of arzo. By the way, if anybody wants, I started with a push from Gary. I'm doing the 8-minute daf the day before or way before the daf comes out. So if anybody wants a preparation, all this is in there with the pictures and everything. If you know anybody that would enjoy the 8-minute daf, we're trying to make a push now. It's on WhatsApp.
Same WhatsApp? Our WhatsApp?
What? No. It's a special WhatsApp group. So if anybody wants to join, let me know. I'll add you. And there's a link. I'm posting it the day before now. Yeah. What that?
Just the Rashi tables of the daf.
Yeah, it's the synopsis of the daf. It's not inside. It's just it's the main part. It's the graphics.
Go on.
Everything else is not the. So this sulam, it always depicts Yaakov Avinu sleeping, and there's a ladder that you buy in the hardware store that goes up. How big is this ladder? Says the Gemara. It's a lot larger than you think. How wide is it? How wide is it? 8,000 parsa. Now, what is 8,000 parsa in our day measurements? It's about 20,000 miles wide, 32,000 kilometers wide. The angels went up and down. Oilim shnayim, v'yordim shnayim. Two. Oilim is rabbim, so there's at least 2 going up, 2 going down. And when they bumped into each other, at one point you have 4 malachim. And how wide is a malach? Uksiv bey b'malach ugviyosek is Tarshish. His body, the malach's body, is the size of Tarshish. Ugmir de Tarshish treyalfi parsavu. So since it's 4 bodies times 2,000 parsas, 8,000 parsa.
If it was a dream.
No, there's no guzma. The only 3 times is there guzma in the Gemara. Tana oilim. What?
You couldn't go single file?
Isn't that measurement though, you said longer than the...
Oh, we got to limit the questions because we got to go. Tana oilim u'mistaklim b'diyuka shel mala. So the mala. V'yordim u'mistaklim b'diyuka shel mata. Says the Gemara, very interesting. The malachim come down and they go, wait a minute, you look very familiar. And they say, yeah. He's the guy, Yaakov Avinu, says Rashi, he's one of the 4 faces on the Merkava. You have the lion, you have a human. Who's the human? Yaakov Avinu. So they go, here's the guy. So, but over there they couldn't do anything to him. Now they could harm him. Like Tosfos says before, kina. Rashi over here also says it's a kina thing. Miyad v'hine Hashem nitzav olav, Hashem protected him. If the Torah didn't say mefurish, we are not allowed to say such a thing. Like literally, HaKadosh Baruch Hu was fanning him. He was shooing away these bad malachim that were coming to be mazik him. What is the Hashem says? Yaakov Avinu, I'm going to give you. You see this little outline that you're laying on. I'm going to give it to you one day. What could he? All the Arabs live on Har Bayis, and he has his 4 amas. What is he going to do with it? What can you build on 4 amas? These are. By the way, that's fine. Don't step over there. Says the Gemara. Because Baruch Hu took the whole Eretz Yisrael with all the houses, all the buildings, all the people, folded up neatly. He put it under Yaakov Avinu. I sent this morning. I don't know if you saw on the WhatsApp group, a beautiful Rashbam that the Rogachover brings down. The Rashbam says that the Gemara over there is talking about a ger, that if there's a hefker field, you just lay down and go to sleep on it, it becomes yours. So that's why Kadosh Baruch Hu took the whole Eretz Yisrael, put it down underneath him, he went to sleep, and that's how he's maknet him, b'sheina, kinyan sheina. Yeah, no, he slept on it one time. He slept on it for one minute, one night, or whatever it was, and it became his. And later on,
he's asking that you need 3 years.
No, that's chazaka. No, not by a ger, by a hefker. You don't need chazaka. Means if I'm taking somebody else's field, somebody that's alive, and I say, hey, listen, what are you talking about? It's not your field. I'm here for 3 years. We're waiting for 3 years.
You still need 3 years because if you go into someone else's field, you don't.
That's chazaka. You're mixing up chazaka and kinyan. You're kinyan. When I buy a field, it takes 1 minute. All I do is a contract, a shtar. So when it's a ger's field and he just died and he has no there's nobody to inherit, you just sleep on it. It becomes yours. What are you going to do? Stand on it? No, you sleep. You show that it's yours. You take a little hammock and you go to sleep, and that's shalom. That's what Rashbam says. You put a towel down, you go to sleep, boom.
Hammock is a problem, 'cause
I know. That's why I said a towel, yeah? Vayosh acheni ka'olo hashachar. Omar loy ganabato kavyusasato. What are you? You're a kidnapper. You're a ganav. What's the rush? Why are you running? Just because the sun is coming out, you got to disappear? Shemisyorim and hashachar. You're scared of the daylight. Omar loy malachani. Ooh, that was the first time Yaakov Avinu realized he's dealing with a malach. He thought he's dealing with a Talmud Chacham or a guy or whatever this guy was. All of a sudden he says, he's like, what's your rush? He says, I am a malach. Amazing Gemara. A malach, according to this Gemara, could only say shira once in its lifetime. It just so happens to be that I am right there and then. Who's this malach? This is the Sarav Esav, Barcheni. He gave him brachas. He gave him the b'chora that he stole, the brachas that he stole. Yaakov Avinu, he was solidified with this bracha that the malach gave him at the time. There's three groups of malachim, and Rashi says, and this means what he means to say, Rav, is that it's the first and last time that they say shira. Achas oimeres kadosh, v'achas oimeres kadosh. This is the beginning, the havamina of the Gemara, that each one just says the word kadosh once. V'achas oimeres kadosh Hashem tzvakos. In other words, the last one says the word kadosh, and immediately after that word says Hashem's name. Sorry. Meisvei.
Is this where we get the Kedusha from?
Yeah, of course. Meisvei. Chavivin Yisrael of HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yosem Malach HaSharos. HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves Klal Yisrael more than he loves his malachim. Yisrael Oimrim Shira B'chol Shah. Klal Yisrael could say Shira whenever they want. Umalach HaSharos in Oimrim Shira Pam Achas B'yoim, at most once a day. V'amri lo Pam Achas B'Shabbos, once a week. V'amri lo Pam Achas B'Chodesh, once a month. V'amri lo Pam Achas B'Shana. Some people say only once a year. V'amri lo Pam Achas B'Shavua, once every 7 years. V'amri lo Pam Achas B'Yovel, and some say only once every 50 years. V'amri lo Pam Achas B'Olam, only once in their lifetime. If that's the word.
What's the lifespan of a malach?
Forever, maybe. But once in their
forever.
I don't know how to say the word. Their lifetime.
No, they have a purpose.
Their existence is a better word. Yes, thank you.
This is only until they do whatever the purpose is. And then
That could be, yeah. But they could last for many, many years. V'Yisrael maskim Hashem achar shtei tevois. And how do you know that we're more chashiv than malachim? Because all we need is Shema Yisrael, and what follows those two words? Hashem Elokeinu. So we're allowed to say Hashem's name after two words. Shenem Shema Yisrael Hashem. U'malach hashar zeh maskim Hashem el achar sholosh tevois. D'chsiv kodesh 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 Hashem tzvakos. So what's the problem right now? That says you need to say 3 times kodesh kodesh kodesh, and according to what Rav said, the last group of malachim say kodesh once, and they say Hashem tzvakos right away. And they have to wait for Klal Yisrael to say Shira Shenemar Beron Yachad Koichve Vaiker. That's Klal Yisrael V'Hadar V'Yiriu Kol Bnei Eliim. And only afterwards you have the Malachim. Says the Gemara, so we have to take it back. The first group says Kodesh. Kodesh. And then they build on that. The second group says Kodesh Kodesh. Kodesh Hashem Tzvos. Ay Vaiker Baruch Hashem. How could Malachim say Baruch Hashem? That's after Baruch Oifanim. Baruch Oifanim. It's not Malachim that say it. It's the Oifanim. So the Oifanim could say after 2 words Baruch Kvoid Hashem. The Amir Levi. Once Malachim said that day, Kodesh, 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 they said 3 words. Then Hashem, then it's a free for all to say Hashem's name. Have a wonderful day.
The Indian of Yaakov leaving.